Hello everybody, it's Whiskey11 and it is time for some DCS World. That's right, DCS World. Maybe. We're gonna see how this goes. I had to do an emergency repair on my joystick, so we'll see how this goes. As with all of our live streams, I'd like to start off with the stream schedule. So today is the 7th of February, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our next live stream will be the 12th of February, next Tuesday, for World of Warships action. So hopefully, if you are interested in more World of Warships action, you'll check us out then. Let's see. If you're interested in joining the Discord server, link to that in the description to this video. Highly recommend you check it out. Lots of great people there. It is a fairly active community once a conversation gets rolling, and I'd like to get some more people in there to keep that conversation rolling all the time. So feel free to check that out. Also, there is a link in the description to this video to the Streamlabs page. If you would like to donate, you can do so through there, or if you would like to download Streamlabs Open Broadcast software, which is the software I use, feel free to download it using that link there. So again, our next live stream, 12th of February, let's kick it over to the game, which we haven't joined the server yet, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll see what we can get into with regards to aircraft here in a minute, but we're going to be playing on the 107th server. This is through the Inferno. Hopefully we can get Sko in here when he gets off work, and I think Silent Vector X will be coming in as well as soon as he gets home from work. But for now, we're going to start off. We'll probably play, we'll probably get stuck playing the MiG-29 because, well, yeah. Generally speaking, this server has a pretty full, F-18 Hornet list for the carrier. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Hopefully the joystick holds up. The problem that I had to fix was that the throttle itself had broken, and some super glue plus some metal bits plus some JB weld all went into an emergency surgery last night. And yeah, actually, while we're waiting for the other people to show up, let's actually show the MiG-29. It's actually not a bad ship to play, and by ship I mean aircraft to fly. We got another guy that's in a MiG-29. Let me reset my track IR. There we go. Okay, so the MiG-29 is ours is in Ukrainian colors. Although if you look at the pull back up here. If you look at the flag in the bottom corner, it's definitely not the Ukrainian flag. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so to start this guy up, it's Shift L, Control L, and L. Where's it going? There we go. And L. Okay. And then there's our radios are up. And then Shift Home and Alt Home while we wait for the engines to start up. We're gonna be doing air-to-air loadout here because the MiG-29 and bombing and me, just not a fan of the MiG-29 when it comes to bombing. It is, however, a very, very good air-to-air interceptor. And we got a couple aircraft up that we'll go hunt down. We're waiting for our engines to actually finish spooling up. This thing takes forever to start, but it does some really cool things though on the start. If we here, I'll disable my track IR. You see how it switched? It covered the intakes. Apparently the MiG-29 does this because Russian runways are really, 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 really bad. And so as a result, it will it'll close off the intake and take in air from the top. Just kind of a neat little side thing. We'll watch this other one get started here. This loadout is going to be 3, I believe they're R-77s, and then R-27. The R-77s are radar, active radar, meaning that we can fire and forget. The other two are IR, heat seekers. Man, that almost seems a little loud to me. It's not, I guess it's not really showing up that loud. You guys can hear me all right, right? There goes engine 2. Alright, we'll close our canopy. We definitely don't need that guy open. Let's go ahead. We gotta change my board number. We can't be 8-1, we have to be 1-1. Let's see, what were these? Yeah, R-77s and R-73s. My bad. This aircraft actually will not rearm and refuel while it's powered up. It will refuel while powered up, but it will not rearm. So, alright, looks like we are clear left, clear right. We've got our lights are now on. We'll go ahead and we'll taxi him. We'll see if we can intercept this F5. Oh, this is part of the Flaming Cliffs 3 module, and so as a result, yes. As a result, it's very simplified. That's why the startup didn't involve flicking any switches. It just involved me pressing some buttons to start everything up. I'm really not a huge fan of the Flaming Cliffs modules, but like, they're simplified to the point where it's nice. But the flight model on this is excellent. I'm really hoping that the joystick, the throttle specifically, holds up, because it's going to be rough if it doesn't. I think he said we were supposed to go to runway 30. We're not going to go to runway 30. 101,
focus, bra, 090, 460 at 14,000 knots.
Apparently my suspension needs some adjustment. Alright, let's we're held really short, but let's check traffic. They're all the way down here at Sakumi, so apparently we're cleared for takeoff. Okay. We are on runway 12. I'm not using simple radio right now. I probably should be. Okay, that's fine. Lower our flaps. Let's get this ball a rolling. Get our glorious Soviet bias on, although we're in the Ukrainian MiG-29. Okay, power on up. This thing takes off at a ridiculously low speed, too. You can see the speed in the upper left-hand corner of the HUD. That's in kilometers an hour. Alright. And now that we're up, let's back this guy off of burners, because this thing burns through fuel like crazy. So our target, we have 080 is going to be our next, our closest target. Let's turn our radar on by pressing the I key and 2 key to switch to our air-to-air mode. You can see down here where the square is at, we can see our missile loadout. So we have, again, 2 R-77s and 2 R-73s on the wingtips, and then this is the center fuel line tank. The box I'm moving around, if you remember on the F-18, the F-18 has, you know, the right DDI, there is a box that you move around to lock up things. Yes. There's a box that you move around to lock up targets. That's what this is. It's all in the HUD. This is one interesting aspect of the MiG-29 that I actually find much better than the way that the F-16, the F-18, the F-15, basically all the U.S. aircraft are set up. Having everything up on this heads-up display is super nice. What's really irritating about this heads-up display, though, is the fact that you really don't have an RWR picture. In fact, this little thing down all the way... Let's see if I can get close to it. That thing right there in the center of the screen that has a picture, that's my radar warning receiver. Yikes. That thing is sketchy. Like, it's like you're being targeted by somebody off on your right. Oh, that's neat. You mind giving me a little bit better direction? At least on the F-18, that's something that's pretty easy to accomplish. Everything here is also in meters per second, kilometers an hour, and meters, and it's kind of a hard aircraft to fly for Westerners. Need to move my radar up here. I can hopefully we can get a lock on this MiG-23. I'm not worried about killing a MiG-23 though. Just a matter of finding him. Also, we're gonna keep our climb up here. So how is everybody today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Oh goodness. The radios are gonna get ridiculous here. I wish I could turn it off. I can't. So we're looking for some indicators on the... Oh, there he is. Okay, so we finally got the MiG-23. He popped up on radar. You see the 2 dots. This is a small radar return. Really? What is locking me up? He's probably locking me up. Okay, you can see what looks like the NP. That's the... He's within range to launch at, if we wanted to. Oh, he's close. We'll go ahead and we'll Fox 3 him. So we got a Fox 3 out on him. And we'll zoom in here, see if I can't... Okay, he's breaking defensive. Gotta be careful, he's got a friend that's 35 nautical miles out. And... You're gonna get an impact here. That... Oh, hello. That was a missile that's inbound. Whew. That wasn't sketchy at all. Okay, there's his friend. Lock him up. What I don't like about this radar setup. Let's go. Where is he? He's over there. He's in range. Go ahead and we'll Fox 3 him. This is kind of hectic. I'm pretty sure I got his other friend. Zoom in here and see if we can end up getting the kill. Okay, he's breaking defensive. Come on, buddy. Eat that R-77. It's your friend. Shove another one down his throat here. Okay, now we've got, ooh. That's not tracking at all. We might actually get lucky. That might actually pick him up. No, no, that's gotta be, yeah, this guy. So we got the other one. You going down? Guess we'll find out, won't we? Okay, Fox 2. Fox 2 is IR. Yeah, he's definitely still alive. And we'll send another one his way. I got him. Hey, buddy. Okay, he's still airborne. we are officially auto missile, so... Is he actually going to go down, or am I going to have to shoot him down? I think we're going to have to shoot him down. Oh, come on. Let's just do this. That definitely got an eject. Do svidaniya, comrade. And just like that, we're out of missiles. Woo! And should be 2 kills. So right off the bat, we launched. It took out 2 MiG-23s. And now we get to watch me probably botch a landing here. I gotta find out where I'm even at. Oh, wow. Alright. And all that before we even have to drop our fuel tanks. How crazy is that? Alright. Zachy, it's going pretty well, in my opinion. Having dinner with the girlfriend's parents tonight. Oh, buy new work boots, so I may have to leave the stream soon. No, you're not allowed to leave, comrade. We send you to Gulag if you try and leave.
35,000 knots.
But, alright. So now we're inbound back to, Sukumi.
233, 480 at 30.
We got, plenty of MiGs to shoot down. Jeez.
10.
Sukumi is off here to our front.
097.
I'm hoping for an ace tonight. That'd be nice. We got to get the joystick to actually make it through the live stream. My new one hasn't. There's an A and 2 on my tail. The new joystick hasn't showed up yet, so little disappointed by that. But it's been delayed. So I had to do some emergency repairs to the old Cytec X45 that I've been using. I'm hoping the JB Weld and the super glue and whatnot hold out. So we're playing real delicate with the throttle today. Yeah, there's Sukumi. So we'll go ahead and type it out that we're on our way out. And we'll go ahead and we'll dial back the throttle. This thing takes forever to lose energy when it comes to... Sorry about looking around. I was trying to move stuff on my desk. This thing takes forever to really lose energy when it comes to these like long approaches. Yeah. I might actually try and start simple radio up when we get back on the ground.
101.
We'll see.
Bra 353.
Go ahead and deploy our air brakes here. Air brakes? Air brakes? It's not gonna let me!
101. Focus. Bra 106.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me. Okay, well, in that case, we'll just do this the good old-fashioned way.
Sukumi. Colt.
Landing speed for MiG-29 is around 300 knots or so. There we go! The rest of the aircraft isn't happy.
05. 460 at 35.
Yes, yes, you're fine.
Sukumi. 04.
Really?
Request startup. 104.
There we go.
100 at 35,000 knots.
Now we're cooking with gas. There we go.
01. Focus. Bra 344.
I don't have a whole lot of practice with this thing when it comes to landing, so...
101.
Okay.
Focus. Bra 2.
I can't say that I've actually messed around with any of the Sus in any real seriousness. The Su-35 is not in this
Bra
for players to play, anyway.
230 at 30,000 flanking. Focus. Uzi.
Too fast. Back off the speed.
108. Uzi. 11. Focus. 12 groups. First group at
Somebody just took off. That's interesting.
5 at 35,000. Additional group at Bulls 322 450 at 26,000. Additional group at Bulls 055 450 at 19,000.
Trim up a little bit here.
Bulls 211 480 at 30,000. Additional group at Bullseye 203.
Okay, adding a little bit of power now.
9,000. Additional group at Bulls 2
Adding a lot of power now.
at 35,000. Additional group at Bullseye 191 490 at 26,000.
This thing is really hard to see over the nose. I don't know how the Russians are able to fly this thing.
Additional group at Bullseye 193 for 110 at 35,000.
We're not gonna hit our... We're rough landing.
4
Ugh!
at 27,000.
Stay with it.
Additional group at
Jeez.
150 at 29,000.
Did we lose it? No, we didn't lose any landing gear with that. Excellent. Parachute is out. That was the sketchiest landing ever. I'd like to turn off the RWR. That would be amazing. Alright, we're gonna exit next taxiway here. I think the Russians need to work on their work on their hydraulics a little bit. Actually, if I remember correctly, MiG-29 has compressed air brakes. Don't quote me on that. No Jingles landing. I missed that video. What exactly is a Jingles landing? Okay. So once again, trying to, as gingerly as possible, use my throttle here, which is where my rudder is at. Like I said, this is probably the single most sketchiest thing I've ever done with regards to JB welding stuff. I don't know if it's gonna hold or not. So we're trying to make it last the entire live stream. It could be kind of rough. Close that window. Oof. Still taxiing. We got a ways to go on the taxi too. We got to taxi up into this area. We got to get up here and then turn left. The nice part about this is that, in general, the MiG-29 doesn't take long to rearm, refuel. It's just the shut everything off and turn everything back on is really annoying. So, for whatever reason, they don't do hot armament swaps, and maybe Moon Puma can clarify as to the reasons why that is, but I'd be real curious to know. Somebody in a Vigan. Got the Swedish Air Force apparently is operating in the same area as the Ukrainian Air Force and the US Air Force and basically every other NATO nation. The MiG-29 does not do the Cobra maneuver. It falls out of the sky when you try and do it. Okay. Taxi into our spot here. Come on, MiG-29, turn. And we're there. All right. So now we get to shut everything off. And to do that, we have to hit Alt and Shift End. Alt End and Shift End. That shuts off our engines. We got to wait for them to spool down before they'll even accept the rearm refuel request, which is nothing short of irritating. Oh, hello. Okay, game. Okay. Oh, DCS crashed. That's just salts the wound. Well. DCS world is going to crash. I gotta close it, so bear with me for a minute. This is the problem with running the open beta. Oh. Once the game comes back up, we'll be able to load it. We'll change aircraft a little bit here. Or Jingle screws up landing in an aircraft or anything. One video shows him pancaking B-17 and War Thunder after getting to put his gear down. Nice. That sounds like a very Jingles thing to do. Oh my goodness, really? I don't know why these pings are all screwed up. We'll see. Generally speaking, yeah, see, look, on a refresh, they come back and they're fine. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's no dedicated servers yet. I don't, Zaki, I could try and load in a Su-27, but oh man, I don't know. Do the Russian Air Force have any precision-guided munitions for their planes? You talking about, like, bombs? I'm guessing that's what you mean. Yes, they do. Don't ask me what they are, because I have no idea. Legitimately have zero idea. Dude, getting a damaged submarine stuck on the ocean floor and getting back to the surface by reversing off a volcanic slope. Nice. That sounds about right, if you ask me. Ooh. We do have an open spot on the carrier for the F-18. We did a little bit of that last time. Let me see. Do we have, yes, we got Harriers, though. We're gonna load up in a Harrier this time. We're gonna watch me crash a Harrier on landing. Yes, I said on landing. This thing is really hard to freaking take off and land from the Tarawa. Let's see here. This is also a much more in-depth module, so get my view. There we go. Okay, so to start up a Harrier, ground power's on, SIN's data cable is connected. Good. Okay, we're gonna flip the battery to the battery position. Come over here and get all of our fuel stuff set up. That's fuel flow and fuel pumps are down here. There's that. Hey, Americas, how's it going? Okay, so that should be, everything should be ready to start. So if we hit the engine start switch, shush, it'll scream at me because reasons. You can do it, little buddy. Yeah, there it goes. You can see it spooling up over here. Oh, we do have our cockpit lights on then. Need the floodlights up all the way. We want our warning and caution panel up. Okay. Bump the throttle forward. It's starting. Close our cockpit here so that we don't have to deal with that. Let's see. Turn on our DDIs. Joystick out of the way. Calibrate INS. We need C alignment. We need our flight modes on. Pitot tube. All that stuff will get turned on. This panel needs to go to engine. This one to EHSD. There we go. Okay, so it's picking up INS. We'll do everything else though. Arm our ejection seat. Probably should have had that arm before we started this thing. Start. That started. APU 10 we don't need. Flaps to normal. Zoom in a little bit here. Anti-skid should be off. Well, it's nose wheel steering. Should be set to on. Autopilots. Dump fuel. Let's set our takeoff nozzle lock position to 65. Exterior lights on. Oxygen to on. Who would have thought taking off we would need oxygen? We got 94 seconds, so let's choose our loadout here. We're going to do some laser guided bombing stuff. So we got ourselves a gun pod. We are going to need the electronic countermeasure stuff. Let's roll out. I forget what the load. I think it's GBU 12s. I always have to remind myself when I play this thing which ones are which. We can also take some laser guided. Those we'll take, and we'll take some AIM 9s. Although this thing is definitely not the aircraft to do dogfighting in. Okay. Harrier is an interesting cat. Oh man. Can you pull the eject ring right that? In this you can't. We don't have on the Hornet you can actually look down and triple click on the eject thing and it will actually eject you. The Harrier doesn't do it though because the Harrier is special. Qualin. Still waiting for them anyway. There's lights over here somewhere that I'm looking for. Remember how to turn them all on. Oh, are they over here? There we go.
Rearming complete.
Hey! That's a heavy loadout. Almost done with our qualification here on our INS, which means we'll have navigation. Now to figure out which missions we have available to us. Waypoint 6. I think both. Yeah, let's go there. Waypoint 6. All is okay. Alright, so set this guy to nav. Should be able to also turn on. Oh, let's turn those guys down. Jeez. There's our HUD. I knew it existed somewhere. Alright, so for takeoff on the Tarawa, we gotta set our water setting because the Harrier uses water. This is actually track IR. And yes, I did figure out the laser-guided bombs. Anyway, let's see. The Harrier uses water on takeoff, and as a result, you have to manage that additional resource. It's kind of a pain in the butt that way, but it is what it is. Let's flip these guys around. HSI over here. It's that one. Yeah, there we go. Engine. Okay, so let's go. We need waypoint 6. We're going to depart and make a left-hand turn towards the island. So, taking off in a Harrier on the Tarawa anyway. Gotta hold the parking brake. Oh, it's probably actually on. Yeah, there we go. Gotta hold our brake. We're gonna throttle up. Once we start to see movement, we will release the brake. There we go. And as we get to the end of the deck, we have to pitch our nozzles down to 60 degrees. And if you do everything right, it'll take off. Raise our landing gear. Alright, come on. As we start to gain speed and altitude, we'll start transitioning our nozzles from the 60 degrees all the... Oh, we should probably back off on the water usage. And as we get all the way up here, there we go. Now we're in full normal flight. Configured and ready to go. Let's turn ourselves left. Let's bring up our stores page, because we're gonna need that. Jeff, I figured out the laser-guided bombs. Once you set the code for the Mavericks, it actually ends up using the same code. Switch this over to nav. We don't need to be in our takeoff and landing config mode. I am totally gonna botch the landing on this, by the way. This is gonna be really sketchy. On the upside, the Harrier is kind of fun for how slow it is, but its air-to-air capabilities are like 0. Which is ridiculously annoying on a server like this. Let's see here. So we need to go to LMAV code up here, and it's 1686. Enter. Jeff, are you not gonna jump on? You should jump on. Okay. Anyway, that should set the code for the laser-guided bombs as well, which is super nice. Bombs, we need to set them to instantaneous CCIP mode. So when we switch to air-to-ground, we don't have to worry too much about other issues. We're going to maintain ourselves in our current, well, it's technically the air-to-air mode. We're going to go to the nav mode and stay in nav. If that MiG-23 gets any closer, though, we'll have to address that. Also going to back off on the throttle a little bit. Sko can probably use the guns on the Harrier to kill people. Alright. Self-lays code and bombs will set to the same. It's simple, but it's weird. Ah. Ouch. Somebody was team killing somebody else. So we are loaded up. We do have 2 AIM-9s, but they're really for self-defense. That's really what they're for. And it looks like the waypoint that we're headed to is going to have no one. I was about to say it looks like the waypoint that we're heading to is going to have somebody flying air cover, but joke is on me. I think we're flying to this one, if I had to guess. Hey, Carcass, how's it going? Checking out the Harrier action here. It is a beautiful aircraft, but it is a pain to fly. Sko would be yelling at me. It's a Harrier. It doesn't need to be at 12,000 feet. That's where we're at, so deal with it. Well, I love how much ordnance this thing carries, especially in comparison to how much ordnance the Hornet doesn't carry. Like, the Hornet wishes it could carry this much ordnance and actually make it off a carrier deck. It's kind of funny, actually. Oh, I don't have my RWR on. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's go ahead and set our ECM to full. Ah. Oof. This Harrier doesn't have access to JDAMs right now. And I don't know that the real Harrier ever did either. Did it? We're getting pretty close to our waypoint. Should be seeing some red smoke around here soon enough. I'm guessing it's down in one of these valleys. Well, let's get our Mavs up. Let's uncage the warhead on the Mav. Maybe he'll pick it up before we actually see it. I think it's down in this valley that's ahead of us. That's the E3, I think. There it is. You can see the red smoke down there. So we're gonna roll in. The Mav should pick up a laser signal because we do have a JTAC. Ooh, there is a 23 that is locking me up right now. That could be sketchy. He's at 20,000 feet. Something to pay attention to. We're going to try and drop as much ordnance as we can. Okay, so the Mav just loaded up. We should be able to magnum that guy. Sorry, rifle that guy. Okay, so with the Maverick out, we can kind of peel off a little bit. Hope for some air cover. Oh, good. We do have some air cover coming in. I don't know if that's actually going to make it or not. We'll see. Maverick has a pretty good range when launched at high altitudes. I'm hoping it will. Yes, you can in fact VTOL in this. Can I personally VTOL in it? That's a different story. Generally speaking, the answer is no. Oh yeah, plenty. We're gonna roll off this. That is a radar lock. That was a buddy spike. Should see once that 23 locks me up good. We're gonna dump some flares anyway. Chaff. And there it goes. Okay, so the Maverick hit. You see the whole bunch of Whiskey11 AV8 BNA. That is actually a target lock. Okay. Oh crap, he's close. And at 19,000 feet, which is above us. I am not... They splashed him out of the sky. Nice. I am so happy they did that. Let's go back to air-to-ground mode, and let's go back to expending ordnance. As soon as I figure out where the mission zone is. Go ahead and uncage our Maverick's warhead here. Come on. Really? Maverick. There he goes. We'll go ahead and rifle him. Now we don't have to worry about trim. Jeez. At least until we start dropping some of these laser-guided bombs. This time we'll try and get it on video. There he goes. You can see the explosions. The new one just popped up there at the edge of the tree line, which means that we need... Ooh, yeah, there's a SA6. That's something to worry about. Alright, so we got these set up. CCIP. Yep. So these should automatically have the code set for them just by virtue of setting the code for the Mavericks. So this is kind of a cheat in that way. Not using a 500-pound Maverick to kill a lone rifleman this time. I cannot guarantee that it wasn't a rifleman that the Maverick killed. These are laser-guided Mavericks, so it's entirely up to the JTAC who gets what love. I plead the fifth. One thing I do wish that this had was I wish it had a better way to do laser-guided bombing. Come on, there it goes. Now that should have, yep, it did, okay. So we can watch our, I believe these are 1,000-pounders. Going in on a T-72? Oh, crap. It's a good thing this thing has a lot of flares and chaff. There's a F-18 and F-15 in the area, based upon our RWR. How are we doing on fuel? 59? Oh, we got plenty. This thing can be quite ridiculous. I really hope that's not a missile, and I hope that that's that F-18. This aircraft is very much about the patience required to land it. That's the excitement in this aircraft, because actually flying this thing is pretty tame. It's every other aspect of it that's not. Okay, so it's right there. Go ahead and drop. Ordnance is away. Let me make... I don't know what it is that's actually locking me up all the time, but... And... What? I believe that that's SPAA that's actually locking me up. You're right, I cannot guarantee a whole... Jeez, there's a lot of aircraft up here. F5? How close is the F5? Need the EWRS to come back up. 22 nautical miles. We might have to do some expedited bombing here. We're trying to stay out of SPAA range while simultaneously not getting taken out by any SAM sites that might be left in the area. I didn't bring along any of the sidearms, which are anti-radiation missiles, I guess is one way to word it. Okay. Where is it? I don't know if that's going to make it. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. Woo! Yeah, yo, we did get something. I don't know if it was what we were supposed to get, but it did actually impact. Wouldn't that be funny? Misadventures of the 500-pound bomb. Okay, those F5s are coming in. We still have aircraft, friendly aircraft. We got an A-10. Looks like A-18s are taking care of them. All right, so we'll roll back in. This aircraft is very, very, very much the Flyers aircraft. It does require rudder input in turns to really make the most of it. We got some wind shear going. Okay, bombs away. We're pave-weighing everything. I don't know what we're targeting here. Really? Is that what not the JTAC is lasing? Well, that was a wasted bomb. Only got 2 left. And then it's RTB time. Oh, I see which one it is now. That far one. Let's see if we can't roll in on this, roll in here. Okay. Really, I really don't need laser-guided bombs to actually hit these, but it's kind of more fun with laser-guided bombs because I can kind of lob them into the area and make them work. There we go. Okay. One left, and then we're RTB. And the other one is right by that one. The gun pod is more just for good measure. It would be kind of... Boy, that looks nasty over there. It would be kind of fun to have a B-52 in this game, just to do the carpet bomb strategy. And our last paveway... that's close enough. Alright, let's roll out here. And... we got some dead enemies. So let's roll back. We need to go back to waypoint 0. Sorry, waypoint 1, I guess, in the Harrier. Which I believe is going to put us on a 180 heading. We're gonna bomb out of this canyon here. I would try and do an air-to-air refueling in this thing, but unless they've changed the KC-135 speeds, yeah, it's too fast. I don't know if there's another one around that I could go to that's slower, but yeah. Hey, Titanic lover. I used to be in love with the Titanic, not the movie, but the ship. Fantastic ship. Unfortunate. I don't think maybe refueling isn't in the game, isn't in for the Harrier, but the problem on this server is all of the KC-135s that have the baskets on them are all moving at like 340 knots. And this thing is like, at the altitudes that they're at, is struggling to maintain that kind of speed. So we'll do a little bit of canyon work here just for the good old fun of it. We got plenty of fuel. I think we're going to have to probably dump fuel on our way in anyway. We'll see what happens when we get there. We've got plenty of fuel to really burn through. We'll just go full throttle. Actually, we'll back it off full throttle a little bit. We don't need to be quite hammering the engine that hard, especially since we've got a landing coming up here pretty soon. But just enjoying our, you know, Georgian Alps here. Not the Alps. Georgia mountain range. We're gonna try and VTOL it. I gotta get back to the carrier. Okay, let's see if we can't find TACAN information. Let's air to ground mission info. There we go. 9Y air to air. Interesting. All right. So TACAN, TACAN needs to be 9. Turn it on. Set it to Y and air to air. Here, TACAN is automatically set. It's found it. It's 27 nautical miles away at 182. Cool. Roll the engine back here. Get this. The problem with landing, we'll give it a shot. I am not guaranteeing that I will land this thing. This is a hard aircraft to just land. Turn our autopilot on. So the thing with the Harrier is that on landing, it is in such a weird configuration that if you don't have the throttle position just right, it will fall out of the sky on you. It's not any fun when things just fall out of the sky on you. It is a very beautiful aircraft, though. It's just a shame that its pilot is a complete and utter potato when it comes to landing. Yeah, it's gonna be epic, alright. As they say, the key to landing on an aircraft carrier is pattern work, pattern work, pattern work. We'll see how that goes. Go off to our left a little bit. The other thing I don't really care for in the Harrier, maybe it's just because I'm not real familiar with it, is the autopilot controls tend to tick off all the time. It's kind of irritating. I didn't see, were there other people in the Harrier? No, we're not going to worry about calling things out on the radio then. There she is. I had recognized that smoke plume anywhere. It's almost as big as the Kuznetsov, which is out here somewhere too. Is that an oil rig? Nice. If in doubt, flat out. Yeah. Buddy Spike? That's not an aircraft that you should ever be buddy spiking anything with. It has built-in IFF. I don't even know where he's at. Whatever. Alright. So as with the Hornet, the pattern for the Tarawa is exactly the same. 350 knots, about 1,200 feet before the break. As we go back to idle, because potato landing, here I come. Okay. Looks like the deck is clear. And start our left-hand brake. Whoa, not that far. And as you can see, our... Yes, shush. Need to kick this over to V-stall mode. As we slow down a bit, gotta trim, trim, trim. Till Daddy took the T-Bird away. Oh, be at 40, that's we'll go there. 50. Okay, we're gonna throttle up for our left-hand turn to final here. Flaps should be doing their own thing. God willing. That F-15 is going to be really annoying if I have to deal with that on landing. Come up in power just a little bit. They just logged in. The team speak here. Watch, I nail it on the first attempt. It's going to be awesome. So where the Hornet and the Harrier differ in their pattern is in the groove. So in order to get in the groove on the Tarawa, we're supposed to line up left. Let's trim this guy down. Jeez. Oh, crap. Come on, Harrier. You can do it. Jeez. I'll take sketchy for 9,000. So far, so bad. And as we get closer, we need to inch this guy up a little bit. We're gaining in this. Okay, let's transition to hover stop. Power. This is supposed to be in landing. Okay, hover stop. Power, power, power. Yeah, see, this is the problem that I've run into. I'm up in altitude. Jesus. Nope, we're in the drink. Eject. Yeah. Like I said, the landing of a Harrier is very, 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 very hard. So, we did a lot of really good work. It was going well all the way up until it wasn't. All right. Well, let's do some more Harrier work because I enjoy playing this thing and I wanna embarrass myself some more. And once again, we need ground electric power needs to be turned on. And change our battery over here. Fuel pump relays. Pump set to on. Start it. While that's starting up, we'll go ahead and we'll get our ejection seat primed. We'll turn all this stuff on, even though it really shouldn't be able to turn on at the end. Jeffing your landing. Trust me, I've done that more than once. Nice. It's hard. I'm telling you, man. There are settings that if you don't get, it's very, very difficult to get the landing 100% right, and it's just, it's a difficult thing to really do. And it's not a normal, it's not a normal, like, skill. It's not like, anything else aside from maybe carrier, nah. I don't know of a good way to describe it.
Nice potato landing there, Whiskey.
Gee, thanks, Land Warrior. Better than you did. Okay, so now that we got this up, let's get our EHS. What? There we go. Okay. Data. Let's see. That's qualling. Our armory fuel going. I love how we have all of these different loadouts. So, Lamb Warrior, when are you gonna actually play?
When I finally modify the pedals.
Why haven't you done that yet?
Because I'm lazy. Where's Go?
Request rearming.
Ah, thus is the inevitable $1 million question.
Probably had a ballerina recital to go
to. If you complete a landing, can an anti-aircraft missile fired still hit you? Only an infrared could. Oh. Yeah, you should totally get to working on that. If you're gonna give me grief, at least back it up with your, you know, own capability. We brought along a sidearm this time. So I can maybe potato that usage up too. But yes, Lane Warrior, you should totally fix that laziness.
I would put all potatoes to shame.
The other thing I always forget about this is if the flaps need to be set to STOL. It says short takeoff and landing. Huh. Yeah, we'll just set it to auto. Seatbelt not fastened. On the Hornet, there's actually a little tensioner here that you have to hit. Well, that you don't have to hit, but you can hit. Hey, that's set correctly. That's set. That's set. Lids, that's always one that I forget if I need or not. I need to actually do, like, practice it. It finally takes forever.
You should go fly the A6. Oh, wait.
Coming soon, courtesy of Heat Blur.
Soon, TM.
Yep. Buff 20, things are going well, aside from me potatoing flying a Harrier. Although I'm doing better than Land Warrior is right now. Alright, well let's go back to waypoint 6. Maybe we can empty out that mission here. Okay, so as with before, we got to disable our parking brake. We are going to hold our brakes while we simultaneously throttle up. Okay, off we go into the wild blue yonder. Okay. Back out of water usage. Start to trim a little bit. Bring them up. A little bit at a time. Trying to maintain that vertical speed here while simultaneously picking up airspeed. Yeah, there we go. Now we're in the transition point. There we go. Now we should be good for normal flight. Not so bad. Alright, rolling out. Takeoff is so much easier. If only, right? If only. I legitimately don't remember how the sidearm works in this, so this ought to be interesting if there is anything to actually use it on. Perfect! Now we're ready to go. Whew. That ordnance. I'm telling you, man. 6 GBU-12s, 2 Mavericks. That's like a lot of ordnance. The kind of ordnance that would make the Land Warriors of the world happy. So, Land Warrior, why don't you tell us a little bit about what it feels like to be a JTAC? Blazing targets. Being all forward observery.
Oh. What was that? Sorry, fighting a pirate ship.
Important things. They said, why don't you tell us what it's like to be a forward observer in the military?
Well, Well, it's definitely a unique experience. Always being sent out to do the dirty work of the infantry.
Dirty work of the infantry? You don't count yourself as among them?
Technically we are, but we're separate.
Separate but equal, huh?
Yeah. Well.
They give you a fancy dancy set of like binoculars that have the transmitter in them. That basically what it amounted to.
Basically what it is, they give you the those binoculars. You go out, you paint the targets and everything, and that's your job so far. But main thing is to cover the infantry as they advance.
Wow. A lot of you know, behind enemy lines kind of thing, behind at least the accepted line, as you're obviously having to laze targets in enemy territory.
Sure, on paper, behind the accepted line.
Well, yeah.
But mostly it's go out that direction as far as you can.
Right. I'm guessing by, you know, the time of service that you were in, that you were either Iraq, Afghanistan, or Afghanistan?
Both Afghanistan and Iraq.
Kind of hard to define lines when there are no lines in that war. They're vaguely there. Go find things so that we can blow it up.
Pretty much.
So now, did you guys ever have to do anything with JDAMs at all? Because I know JDAMs are GPS guided, but was there any prep work that ground crews did with JDAMs?
Yeah, there was some prep work to do with them. For the JDAMs, basically, all we had to do was give them the location, and then the we've got drone operators would confirm the target and send the planes in.
It's not quite as involved as having to set up a laser designator.
Yeah, I mean, laser beam riders and all that stuff. And of course the dummy ammunition was all left over from World War II. That hey, we got all this ordnance. Drop it.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
All the Crips in the hood say drop it like it's hot.
And yeah, that required precise, I mean, absolute coordinates on where you're dropping it, approach vectors and everything for the aircraft.
Oh yeah, because all that would change basically where bomb impact would be, relatively speaking, obviously.
Yeah.
Because they, believe it or not, can't fly huge distances. You know, the bombs don't move that far in flight. Just enough to really get them...
Yeah, not even the, what do we call it, GPS guided ones.
Still have to drop them in the general neighborhood. They'll find their way to the right building from there. Oh, come on, Maverick. Pick up the late. I could see that. I could probably lob a freaking. You can do it. Find it. Find it. It's got to be close. Ooh, somebody crashed. Look. Or either that or it was the MiG that got shot down last time we were over here. Try this again.
No, but I'd say the most exciting thing I ever got to call in was the BLU-82. The 15,000-pound daisy cutter.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, we're in the near Helmand province in Afghanistan. It's nothing but mountain ranges, and the captain was with us that time, and we got done clearing out some caves up in the mountains there, and the captain was like, I don't want that cave entrance there anymore. Here's my authorization to call whatever you need in. And it's like, okay.
Nice. Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's go make some troops happy, right?
Yep. Tell you
Kaboom.
what, that was a nice firecracker there.
Boy, that sure is a nice cave entrance you've got there. Sure would be a shame if somebody dropped a daisy cutter into it. You know, I think this this area that I'm flying over, I think, has been prosecuted to its fullest. I don't think there's anything left here for us to engage. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure of that. Oh, so we're loaded up here. We'll level off and roll out level and find ourselves a new target to go to. Waypoint 10. This direction. How far away is waypoint? 115 nautical miles. All right, well, in order for us to get there, we're going to have to go up high.
It's in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Actually...
User joined your channel.
Who's there?
Elite.
Yes.
Howdy.
What are you streaming?
DCS World.
No wonder nobody cares.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, he decided to use duct tape and super glue on his throttle.
There was no duct tape involved, for the record.
Does it
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, well, it never stopped working. It's just that the throttle handle was separated from the base. I mean, all the buttons always worked. You just couldn't do anything. So I decided to fix it. It got fixed with super glue and some JB Weld this morning at about 2:33 o'clock, and
Which is about the same as duct tape.
well, but JB Weld is a little bit more. Also, I glued in a metal piece in there as well that I'm hoping will help reinforce things.
Or you could have just went to Best Buy and got you another joystick.
No. I bought another one that's on its way.
Wait a minute, his small little town has a Best Buy?
Or whatever they call it. Up there.
Radio Shack.
Yeah, there you go. The one that went out of business.
Super Crew is asking who Whiskey Gamer is in the STWM tag.
Oh, that's the other whiskey, remember?
Yeah,
That's
but
the fake one.
why does he have my name?
No, it's, remember it was whiskey, but he didn't have your name exactly.
Well, yeah, there is a whiskey something or other in STW, but
Right.
I don't remember if his title was Whiskey Gamer or what it was, but awfully close to my channel name.
Yeah, it's, not, I don't think it's, I think it's the other one that we were making fun of.
Ah, gotcha.
The fake one.
Well, there was a Whiskey11 that's in World of Warships. Kind of hated me a wee bit, but
Oh, I can actually log into the game and see how many more whiskeys there are.
there's a lot of them.
There's a lot now?
Copycat?
Yeah, I don't know about copycats, but it's just a popular nickname. Who would have thought?
Who? Well, whiskey. I mean, yeah.
To become the potato, you must imitate the potato.
Right? That was not my... That was my Maverick. Well. Round 2. I didn't realize it was going to fall out of the sky so readily. Must be a Polish...
Hey, Elite, weren't you in the infantry?
In the, well, mechanized.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah. One of those guys. Oh, great. I got an F5 at, that's not good. That'll hit. That'll actually hit. However, You need to roll to 250 and see if we can't shove a missile up an F5's rear end. Oh, he's actually not locking me up. I don't know that he knows that I'm here. Yep, I spoke too soon. And I destroyed something. Huzzah. He's at 15,000 feet, so he's co-altitude with me. This ought to be interesting. In not good ways. No, let's not use the gun.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few whiskeys, man. There's like Whiskey101, Whiskey1 Actual, Whiskey11, Whiskey007, Whiskey 1971, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey 1317, Whiskey 14, 0212. Yeah, there's pretty much most of like every variation.
You know, I don't think that Whiskey11 has logged in for like 4 years.
He was on the other day.
No, he's on. He's well, not right now, but no, I see that a new he's got one of the new backgrounds, and he's a level 15 and all that. So I mean, it's not like he quit the game or anything.
That round actually hit him, or what? What is going? Oh, we're falling the other way. Great. I have no idea where this guy ran off to.
Oh, it wouldn't show me in his profile when he played last, right? You could only see that in yeah. He doesn't have that many achievements.
No. This is the downside to the Harrier, and I am loaded up with fuel and bombs.
Alright, I'm gonna go harass the rest of the people.
Okay, goodbye.
Das vidania.
User left your channel.
Oh, he's back there. I don't know that I'm actually gonna be able to get to this guy. The fact that I'm gonna have to gun down an F5 with this is kind of scary. Especially since I have no idea how the targeting on this works. You go. Oh.
Well, you see, targeting is simple. Point towards enemy.
Oh, I hit him! I hit him! I hit him with the gun on this thing. Oh my goodness. We're dogfighting with 6,000 pounds of ordnance on the wings.
Yeah, because that's smart.
Yeah, but it's working. I wish I would have had that second Sidewinder, though. He goes. We're just jettisoning everything. Where did he go, George? Which way did he go? This thing needs a dedicated air-to-air mode. Hey. Find me. Oh, he got me. Ah. And ooh, we're still alive. Man. And to think I got a good hit on him. Well, I suppose. Okay, let's, while we're here, we're at the halfway mark on this, we'll switch it over to the stream schedule. So our next live stream is going to be the 12th of February, Tuesday, the 12th of February, for some World of Warships action, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Highly recommend you join us then for some more World of Warships action. If you haven't already joined the Discord server, there is a link to that in the description of this video. Highly recommend also checking that out. No surprise there. Let's see, what else? There is a link to the Streamlabs page as well if you would like to donate or support this channel, or if you'd like to download Streamlabs OBS to do your own live streaming, there's a link there for you to use. Okay, so let's, we're in the Hornet this time. We're not going to let that happen again, that issue happen again, so we will go ahead and do all the good things. This one I have a loadout for. Let's aim 120s. Switch these out to 7s. Change the board number. Livery.
Request rearming.
Start some engines. The Mustang hasn't really progressed any. It's ridiculously cold out, so haven't really done anything with it.
What you need is a Camaro.
Gross. Why would I want to go slower? Wrong throttle.
Rearming complete.
Perfect.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controls. Flight controls.
Yes, yes.
Uzi 1-1. Focus. Bra 287. For 190 at 23,000 knots.
Right engine started up. Should be all sorts of started up now. Now we can actually get some good and interesting dogfighting going on here with, of course, the FA-18. Not a whole lot really here to not like. FCS. Stack our errors. Do our bit test for our flight controls. Get the lines cooled.
Uzi 1-1. Focus. Bra 002. 480 at 23,000. Flanking. Focus. Forward 1-1.
This time I am going to pull up SRS, so this ought to be confusing.
Fort 1-1. Focus. Bulls 008. 429.
Six. If in doubt, always check your frequencies here. So AWACS narrative error is 254. Carrier ops south 262.
Uzi 1-1. Focus.
Must be over here.
005. 470 at
There we go.
35,000 knots.
5, 4, 2. 6 and 2. FCS test is done. We can go over to our FCS page. This over to HUD. Wheel chocks. How to remove wheel chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Hornet 1-1 taxi at 1 on status. Parking brake.
1-1. Request picture. 4-1-1. Focus. 4 groups.
Okay.
Bullseye. 0-8.
So this ought to be a little bit different and a little bit more interesting.
Additional group at Bullseye. 0.
We've also got SRS up. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference.
Additional group at Bullseye. 2-6-7.
But we'll see here if we get anyone else. When we get it airborne, we'll really know.
Bulls 268. 160 at 27,000.
Taxi a little bit further forward here. A lot further forward here.
Uzi 1-1. Focus. Pop up.
Most.
0-0-4.
Okay.
At 4,500. Flanking.
They're hooked up. Wings are down. Let's lock them. Wings are locked. We are in position. Flap should be set to half. Crack that. Get our landing lights on. Let's get. Leave those off. It's daytime. We don't need those on. Oxygen on. Boy. Hornet 1-1 departing Cat 1. Throttle up. Let's roll out of here. I love this module. It's such a fun module.
Which one are you playing?
Hornet.
Which scenario?
Oh, this is still the through the Inferno. Alright, since we're up here in our air-to-air mode, we're gonna be hunting very, very quiet. We're hunting wabbits. There, I fastened my seatbelt. Hopefully they're happy about that.
And by fastening your seatbelt, you turn into a Canadian.
Yep. Well, I mean, we are in a U.S. Hornet at this point, but at one point there was a carrier, or there are Canadian ones in the server. All right, rolling out to 006. So the Hornet is an interesting module in the sense that it's a lot more micromanaging of different surfaces and capabilities. Maybe we'll get the opportunity to do some air-to-air refueling here. Let's switch over to 254 radio check.
Loud and clear.
You guys able to hear that? Fine. Copy, thank you.
User joined your channel.
And here we are, joined by White Derp. Awesome.
Hello.
Guten Tag! Let's roll out to 292. What's up, Lame Warrior?
Oh, now you have somebody to fly with.
Yeah, because somebody else doesn't have their stuff figured out yet. Also, I want to point out that the Admiral Kuznetsov is directly ahead of me, and the reason why I can tell is because the smoke is rising quite aggressively from it.
You didn't see the tugboat?
Is it actually in the Through the Inferno server? Do they have it modeled? I don't know if it does or not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I would imagine probably not, but it'd been funny if they did.
It damages itself in dry dock.
It's the only ship that has... Well, it's probably not the only ship that sunk itself. I'm going to say that it's probably not the only ship that has sunk itself. The Admiral Kuznetsov is definitely a meme in and of itself. Okay. All of our targets are so far out. Kind of a waste to go chase them, but... eh. Such a pretty airplane. Get some altitude here. So are you coming in, Derp?
Yeah, I'm just fixing a few settings up.
Okay. So far, so good on my my joystick. So far, so good.
Oh, now that you just jinxed it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's over. I'm sure I will regret making the statement, but it's all right. We're being very gentle. I'm as hands off of it as I can be. We're gonna go into full burner here as we climb in altitude. Whee! Up in altitude. Up.
Focus. Infield 2-1. Alpha, check to home plate. Infield 2-1. Focus. Home plate at bullseye 358-440.
I'm gonna guess I'm not gonna be able to pick these guys up because that's just my luck. Should be right ahead of me. It's close to it. Well, I forgot to set my INS. That's alright. Who needs navigation aids? That's for people who are
Dumb
good
question,
at their job.
what happens if you just set it to nav anyway? Will it just go?
Yeah, it switches over to a different navigation system. You still have full nav control, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but it's very limited in what you can and can't do. Okay, should be right ahead of me. Co-altitude. But of course, Hornet Radar be like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to do things? Like there should be a target right here. Target right here. Nothing. It's the sound of silence.
Nah, the Hornet Radar is perfectly capable. It's just too damn lazy to track more than one target at a time.
Well, I mean, it also doesn't help that, you know, I can't even see him. Hey, Victor, thanks for checking out the live stream. Hopefully you'll check out the rest of it. It's uploaded. I'm sure you will. Now that my fuel tank is gone, we're gonna dial back the speed. All right, well, we're at 80 nautical miles, and he's still they're still at basically the same altitude as me, and still not picking. I guess they're a little bit beyond my radar's range right now, or the range scale set on the radar screen. Any minute now. There! I said it! And he showed up! And we've got a lock on him! Holy crap! What is this complete and utter madness? We got two of them over there. This ought to be fun and interesting in all the wrong ways. Did you see my almost shoot down of a F5 with the Harrier gun? Why it's not paying attention?
I'm sorry, no, I did not.
Oh man, it was actually pretty funny. It was funny.
I saw flares, but I was out of the room at the time.
Yeah, as I say, it was client is tainted. You need to disable some mods.
Yes, I know which one it is.
Yeah, well, I caught him in a heads-up pass, and I was like, huh, all right, well, let's give it a shot, see what happens, right? And he went up, and I just unleashed a stream, and that was that. I hit him once, He then proceeded to get on my 6 because Harrier is a giant turd with 6,000 pounds of bombs under the wings, and oof.
I just remember coming back into the room and you were like vertical with flares everywhere, and I'm like, I thought he's in a Harrier.
Oh, there was definitely no flares. That was just the contrails. Spot On is asking, after watching in the simulator, why would I ever put money into it? It's one of those games that's really good for its depth, and that's one of the things that makes it the most interesting. This is a multiplayer server. Right now, there's a fairly healthy number of people online. This is a PvE only server though, so we're only facing AI. There are multiplayer servers that are a lot more hectic than this, with a lot less information. They're just a lot more challenging. Rashinsky, you missed me playing MiG-29, comrade. I was flying MiG-29 and promptly shot down 2 aircraft. It was a good time.
Shot down 2 aircraft, then ran out of fuel.
No, I almost crashed on landing, though, which was legit AF. Stop trying to flank, you jerk face. Ooh. That one is still on a Hey, we got our first shoot queue. In theory, I could launch at 30 nautical miles on this guy. Worth it? I don't believe so. We are going to climb up in altitude, though. But yeah, anyway, Spot On. This game is really, really good for the... if you're one of those people that's really into, like, the uber depth of certain games, this is a lot of fun. Each one of these modules has a really good, good flight model, very accurately modeled stuff. It's just a lot of fun. Alright, we're gonna Fox 3 this guy. 21 seconds to acquisition. Or do we want to tip him off? I'm worried about his friend. I don't know where his friend is at. 311, supposedly. We're gonna come off this way. We're gonna let that guy acquire, and we're gonna break lock and worry about his friend, who is still coming my way. That guy is oh, there's his friend. And it's acquired, so we will get his buddy. That's his, there he is. And Fox 3 again. Fox 3 on the F5 at Angels 30. Now he's coming vertical. Fox 3 him again. Fox 3 again. Buddy Spike. Hornet. Angels 30. And Splash 1. Splash 1. Where's his friend? Oh, buddy, 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 buddy. Merged call. Great. Buddy Spike, F-18, Angels 30. Holy crap, is that a missile inbound? Or is that him?
Both.
No, that would definitely not be him. 028. Oh, wait a minute. That's got to be close to him. That's Buddy again. Yeah. Oh, that's because he's all the way down at the ground level. Whoa! Got my other buddy. There he is. Fox 3 on an F5 at Angels 8. Flash 2. Be 2 kills. Yep, 2 air-to-air kills. Oh, but I want nuclear sub. Buddy Spike, Hornet, Angels 25. went full jive turkey with.
What's the channels again for the server?
What aircraft are you in?
F-15.
Oh, it's gonna be 254 is the air-to-air stuff.
And takeoff and landing?
I think is 261. If it should be on your knee board. If not, it's under the briefing.
How dare you suggest he read the briefing?
I know, right? Totally
I know.
sketchy. Why would anybody do such a thing? Spot on. You know, this is actually a really interesting game to, I mean, relive out some of that, I guess, if you wanted to. I find the game is fun. Obviously, in this case, it's not as hectic, but I have been in some legit air-to-air dogfights in this game that were absolutely hair-raising. Just like coming up, we've got 4 MiG-21s at 90 nautical miles at basically co-altitude with me. That's going to be a hectic fight. But we're going to try it. In the interest of interesting gameplay footage, we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. They got people that are high and low. That's scary tactics for the Russians in this game. Oh. Let's also put a little bit of throttle in because we're 155 knots. Fine, you should be there. Find him. Gosh. They're pretty much headed straight for us. Kick this guy up, but I'm pretty sure we're in burner. Ah! Nice! Got myself a wingman. Dams, are you on SRS?
I'm guessing no, since he hasn't answered. He would all of his buddy spikes and stuff.
Yeah, copy. I just asked him in chat. Just headed into a 4th flight of MiG-21s. Figured it'd be nice to have another one on SRS.
010, 450 at 35,000 knots.
Ooh, he's gonna be shoot queue here before too long. Yep, there's a shoot queue. Should have the no escape range queue coming up as well. MiG-21 doesn't have very good RWR, so we could probably get away with a long-range shot like this, but I'm gonna hold off for a little bit anyway. We're gonna shoot at 25. All right, here we go. Box 3 on a MiG-21 at Angels 30. Nine to go. He's gonna have a buddy over here somewhere. Okay, 3 to acquire. You'll start breaking defensive as soon as it goes active. It's active, so we're gonna find another one if we can. Said if we can. think he's dead. In fact, I'm legitimately concerned that he's not. Fox 3 on a MiG-21 at Angels 3. I don't know if that one will get there either, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Buddy's over here to the left.
I've got one down on the deck up north of you as well.
Yeah, copy. I got another Fox 3 on MiG-21 at Angels 33. Flash 1. Okay, we got one at 340. Uh, 17 at, oh, he's all the way down, he's all the way on the ground. Holy crap. Turn our radar down, there he is, got him locked up. He should be well within the Fox 3 range.
Looks like 18 Angels 10.
Crap. Evade, evade, evade. My apologies. Thought you were a MiG-21, but evade, evade, evade.
Well, good.
That was bad. I just launched on a friendly.
Way to go.
Yeah.
It's handy being able to see the missile on the map.
Right. Right. Sorry about that. All I saw was the EWRS report pop up and saw a radar contact on my radar that matched it, and by the time I realized it was a square instead of a diamond, it was too late.
All good. I got the room to outrun it here.
This one's all the way down at 9.
It's gonna be time to go hit the tanker now, though.
That 21 at. Where is he? They're over here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Fights on! Here we go!
Yeah, go after that two-ship to the southwest there.
Keep popping flares. That's the MiG-21 that's popping flares over here.
I know there's one back there. I merged with him, but he's spit and I lost him, so I just kept on trucking.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's actually in range or not. Sucks. Okay, where are you, buddy? Yeah, I lost him. Zero 07. There he goes. Alright. Come on, Hornet, roll with me here. Where are you at? Might be able to maneuver kill him.
Altitude. Altitude.
1-1. Focus. Bra. 295 for 120 at 30,000. Flanking.
Oh, come on!
We're southwest of about 5 miles or so.
Shove a aim 7 up his butt if I can, but I gotta get to him. Oh no. Come to Papa. You can do it. Huh. Great. You go now.
That way.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're looking for an EWRS report.
After these two, I'm gonna have to go land and get some more missiles and gas. If you want to get together and wing together.
Yeah, I gotta find this guy first, but sure. 096. Great, he's behind me.
How far away are you from these guys that just popped up?
I have no idea.
And it's here 6 o'clock, 3 miles at 11,000.
Yeah, copy. Breaking defensive. Ah, you got me. uh... Well, there's a reason why I said it's very, very, very interesting. MiG-21 fights can be interesting in Hornet. In that case, I probably should have just kept running, but it happens. But you can definitely see what I was talking about with regards to how it can get very, very hectic. Is there anything out there that is more realistic flight mechanics and in-cockpit play than this? I don't think so. Not in DCS world. Watch you on WoW's a lot. I have so many tales of real stuff that went out at sea. One of them was a real tale. We brought about 5K to the port of a nuclear carrier. Simulated sinking. Nice. Spot on. You and Micro Krieger would get along real well in our chat. He was also a Submariner. He was on the Ohio. Yeah. All right, Wyatt, are you still around the carrier, or what's up?
Oh, I took off in an F-15. I'm
Oh, that's right.
airborne along the coast.
That's right. And I forgot what it was you asked, but I wasn't ignoring you intentionally.
No, I had asked if you were close to the pop-up groups because I was going towards them.
Any station, this night radio check over.
Copy.
Request rearming. Copy.
Flight control. Flight control.
Any station, this night radio check over.
Transmitting on 266. If so, I read you 5x5.
Any station, this night radio check over. Rearming complete.
I read you 5x5.
Good copy, read you same.
Hopefully you guys can hear their radio traffic. I believe you should be able to. It's all piping through the same set of headsets, so I can't see why it wouldn't. Load it up. Just gotta wait on some things.
Shadow Nick, request takeoff from Sukumi Bashara, Shadow Nick, over.
Well, we're almost completely started up, finally. Jeez. Oh, I know what we're failing to do. Helps to do the bit test every now and then. One of them things. Should almost be ready with our qual as well. Eventually, I would like to get to do an air-to-air refueling in this thing. Awesome, Spot On. I appreciate that. Hopefully, some of the newer content doesn't whiskey away, but maybe provides another interesting level of gameplay. The Heat Blur F-14 will be coming out here shortly, and that's definitely next on my list of aircraft to play a lot of. I mean a lot of.
Do they have a release date yet?
WAG's kind of let loose that by the end of February, for sure. Heat Blur themselves have not announced a specific date aside from sometime between now and March 21st.
Yeah, I remember Heat Blur basically admitted that they're giving themselves a very large window because they don't know.
Well, and it's kind of an important module to get right.
Especially because they made promises like, you know, they'll have TWS and all that other stuff that some aircraft don't have.
Hornet! Hornet!
Oh my, you have something in your throat there.
Yeah. 6-2 radio check. Anyways, on 262. Hornet 1-1 to headed to Cat 1. I'm just glad that so far so good on the joystick. Only an hour left to go. JB Weld, hold up, you can do it. When is the new Tom Cruise movie about Tomcat coming out? Any word? I have no idea when Top Gun 2 is coming out.
I thought it's going to be about the Super Hornet this time.
Yeah, I think it is, but the Tomcat is definitely in it though.
It would just be hilarious if it's just a bunch of people saying, "Oh, back in the day, the Tomcat was so much better."
Accurate statement.
I don't know about better, but cooler, definitely.
I'm gonna go with better. I'm not biased or anything, but it's definitely better.
No, no bias there.
None. Zero zilch. Nada. See if we can't get an exterior launch here. Hornet 1-1 departing Stennis Cat 1. Hopefully that was a cool shot. I thought it was neat. Oh, we're... Nothing in the air! Uh-oh. Have you lost interest in World of Warship vids on the how to play? Shame. No, I mean we've got the Russian cruiser line videos are coming out. I mean it's definitely still there's definitely still World of Warships content coming out. Just trying to branch out a little bit and spread out some of the load because it does wear on you a little bit to constantly be playing one game all the time. That, and I'd like to branch out and get some other communities involved as well on the channel. Just kind of some future-proofing for the channel, if you will.
Now I know what Whiskey really wants to do.
254 radio check.
He wants to go purge some
Loud and
heretics.
clear, 254.
Copy, thank you.
Enfield 2-1, focus, clean.
What is he in the movie then? A squadron commander? I'm guessing there. I don't know that anybody really knows a synopsis for it, but I know that they were talking about the movie being basically his story when he was in Top Gun, like as an instructor. I don't know. Yeah, Red Fox. I mean, they're definitely check out the YouTube channel. Bugioni released today, and then Kirov was last week, and we'll have Shores. We'll finish it out. We'll get that finished out. We'll go from there. Oh man, why am I not surprised by that at all? One of the most arrogant folks he met were Airedales?
Focus, Enfield 2-1, request bogey dope. Enfield 2-1, focus.
Clean. We need an air-to-air mission. Yeah, Red Fox, there's just a number of things that have changed here recently that, on the, like, the carrier rework, you know, they released the hot patch for it today, so some of the air-to-AA comments that I had about some ships during the live stream probably don't apply anymore, but there's still enough good information on how to play the various ships that I definitely don't think that the series are, like, completely outdated, even though the meta has changed. It's just different now. Generally speaking, a lot of the stuff still holds true.
You'd be in big trouble if you did carrier guides.
Yeah, I would. I'd have to definitely redo some things then.
From which we need carrier videos.
I'm not sure we'll ever get to carrier videos. Just not
Come on,
about
you know
that.
you want to.
No, I really don't.
You like flying? They can fly now.
Ugh. Yeah. I guess I should probably look and make sure there isn't somebody flying off my wing, since a certain somebody likes to just randomly appear.
Oh, are you talking about the our
Yeah,
friendly
the incident with
neighborhood?
SCO. Friendly neighborhood Polish person. Yes,
I was
that
gonna
guy.
say ballerina, but yeah.
Same difference. Red Fox, thanks. Like I said, we're going to be getting a little bit more content. We'll probably see some War Thunder videos as well. Hopefully being able to step up back up to 3 videos a week outside of live streams. But we'll see when we get there. That's a bridge that we'll cross when we get there. Right now, it's just easier for me to do 2 for sure, and then until I get some real life things figured out, maybe we'll be able to step it back up to 3. 3 is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but you know, it's worth it, I think, in the end. Especially if people are finding the videos helpful. How can I get a tell on when your content comes out? There is on YouTube, so if you're a subscriber over on YouTube, there is a little bell icon next to the subscribed box. If you hit that, it'll give you alerts. It'll send you emails every time a new video comes out. That was one of them changes that a occurred probably, I don't know, a year ago now that YouTube changed. I'm not a real big fan of it, but I think the whole premise behind subscribing to somebody was to know when they release content, but apparently that's not the way that they see it. Warship group, really? Where at? Possible enemy or air threat inbound. 4-ship group. Where at? Give us info.
That direction.
090 for 140. That would be. Oh, they're even Su-33s. This ought to be sketchy. Have you used VR yet? I watched a video where the fella XF-18 pilot said that the resolution was poor for looking at console dials. Yeah, you're talking about CW Lemoyne's videos, Mover. I've seen the video. I've not used VR. SCO swears by it. I'm just using Track IR. For me personally, I think this is a good compromise between the two. It gives me the high resolution that I want in a video game without the issues surrounding VR and the pitfalls of it. Plus, VR kills frame rates. You know, I'm at 80 frames a second right now. I can't imagine trying to add VR in addition to this. It's not like I have a slouch of a computer. I mean, it's a 9900K. I got 32 gigs of memory, 2080 EVGA 2080. That's water cooled. Everything's overclocked. I mean, yeah.
Nice
not...
3200 gig computer you got there.
Yeah, I wish. 3 terabytes of memory. Man, can you imagine?
A new work computer, 64 gigs of RAM, double Xeon. Unfortunately, we are out of graphics cards, so I'm gonna have a better computer than mine at home, but no graphics card in it.
Uh-oh. That's no good.
I know, right?
Crap. Oh. Ray gun.
What's your speed?
I'm currently 285 knots.
Alright, I'm catching up to you.
I'm also at 28,000 feet. That guy is definitely an F5.
You definitely should see me in your RWR.
Yep, I see ya. Oh, we got F-18s that are over there already. Alright, I'm rolling back to 090 to deal with the Su spam that's about to come in. Jeez, there's 4 of them. Holy buckets. 110 nautical miles. This is going to be truly sketch because these things actually carry real missiles. Hopefully between Wyatt and I, we'll be able to nuke a fair majority of them before they get to us. Gotta spot them on the radar first, though. We're at 35,000 feet. Should have plenty of radar. Oh, I see you! I'm off to your left.
I see you.
That's an F-15.
Probably am too.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're above me, so yeah, you're definitely conning. Hey, these guys are at 27,000 feet and I can't pick them up. Change our radar states here to see if we can't,
Which group are you going for? The one that's 100 nautical miles out?
I don't have any of them on radar, so... there's a right group and a left group. I'm aiming right now at the right group, but I don't have any of them on radar.
What's your bearing to the targets?
095 is my current bearing.
I mean, their bearing to you.
I don't know.
What does AWACS tell you it is?
They are currently 243. So not quite full B. Oh wait, no. Yeah, 243. Still be able to pick them up. Especially I'm at 32,000. Oh, I just got him. Okay, I've got first one. I got both the right group now. You are ahead of me, by the way, by a lot. I'll try and throttle up a little bit, but
which is a little alarming.
You might have to pan your radar down a little bit, especially if you've got any angle of attack at all. Okay, I just got right. Huh? They're Su-33s. They are about 30. You got group at 36 and 37, and those are the two that I'm looking at. And then you've got a group at 32.
Yeah, I don't know why my radar does not see them.
Are you on the right range scale?
I'm looking at 80.
Copy that. I don't know what to tell you then. Should be coming in here pretty shortly. Man, I'm gonna get a shoot queue at like 40 nautical miles on these suckers.
What's the range you got them at?
They're 50 nautical miles, currently 108. 108. They're jamming. I'm about to lose them. They're notching. So this group is splitting up and notching. Got another F-15 that's in the area. So watch your fire here. Not the one that was directly ahead of me. I'm getting locked up by this left one. It's off to our left. Are you dealing with them?
I'm still looking. I don't see anything. I'll take the MiG-29 in the left if I can find them.
254 departing search to the east.
All I saw was a friendly contact in front of me.
I've got... He's notching me right now, but he's at 050. Got a 2 flight of him, 050. Looks like 60 nautical miles. Coming in hot. Looks like they're doubling back. Gonna be off to your about 10 o'clock. 040. So for you, probably 030. Those other two, I think.
Pick something up. Pick something up.
Huh? I just picked some. You just got something straight ahead of you?
Yeah.
Copy that.
30 miles.
I'll try and deal with this left group.
I think he's about trying to notch me.
They will do that. They are cheeky. They are Russian. I don't know where they're Russian to, but they are Russian. We're in full-on afterburner. That's all right.
They're heading to the Dmitry.
Yeah. You mean Admiral Kuznetsov?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm climbing up. I'm being spiked by the MiG-29 you've got, so as soon as you got a shoot queue on him, if you could take him out, that'd be amazing.
I see him conning, but I cannot lock him.
That's no good. That is definitely not a buddy.
So I'll just charge towards him and hope I get in range.
I guess. Where did they're not on the EWRS right now? They get cleared out? That guy,
I don't know.
I think that that guy's pieces. Holy smokes! All right, so the one at 126 is down at 14,000 feet. I think I got him locked up here. Ray gun.
Focus in field 2-1. Request bogey dope.
I'm getting friendly IFF. Well, I'm getting jammed IFF, notching me. Really? He was right there. He's right there. Jeez. Ray gun. Okay, we got a shoot Q on him, and we got Fox 3 range. Fox 3 on a Su-33 and Angels 13. What? I don't know, is that you that's ahead of me? Yeah, there's a bunch of you over there. I would say that if you're in that group that's, Wyatt Derp in the Mirage 2000s. Yeah. Yes, yes, break. Beware inbound 120. I go to Gulag now. I wasn't shooting at you, I was shooting at an enemy target, but the enemy target disappeared suddenly. I'm open.
I didn't.
Oh good, it followed him. Oof. It's not on the map anymore. We're in the clear. We're good.
Damn, dude. First me, now them?
I know. It's rough. Yeah. Because I'm not paying attention to the mini-map.
I didn't
or to the
ask
map.
what type of missile that was. I assumed it was
a-
spam ram, but I figured
Yep,
I'd
it was a
talk players
spam ram.
too. Yeah.
That plane has an IFF.
Indeed it does. The issue isn't IFF. The issue is the target getting shot down and then all of a sudden picking up a
Is
different
that
one.
something behind you?
I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah, it is something behind me.
Hostile, right?
33,000 feet, I'm guessing.
So have you locked up?
No. I'm not getting a buddy spike.
You two were close enough in distance that I was kind of worried about it.
Worry no more. Pick this guy up. Whoa, 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 whoa. That guy has pieces. That guy is
Yes, I just
especially
shot
pieces.
something.
Very nice. Oh, I see ya. I got you ahead of me. Alright. Well, this has been exciting so far. Jeez.
You mean looking for targets over and over and being like, why isn't radar working?
Right.
Radio check.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Right. Alright, let's go find a tanker.
The only issue is I don't know. Well, I know how to refuel. I'm just so bad at it that I will crash before I succeed at refueling.
Oh, I will find one for me. I'll be alright. I just want to show it, even though I don't really need to do it. I mean, if I have to dump my full load of AMRAMs and dump fuel to land on the carrier at the end of this live stream, I'll do it. I'm not worried about it. I just want to show the...
Miles from the airbase, so I'll use that insane superpower I've got to go really, really fast.
So, spot on us. Do you like this better than World of Warships?
Do I like this better than World of Warships?
Yes.
Yeah, for right now, I think it's nice because it's different. And that really helps me out, because I've been playing World of Warships since closed beta. Since the US battleships were added, I've undergone a metric crap ton of iterations of this game. Of that game, sorry. And so this is a nice, refreshing change from that. I've always been into combat flight simulators. I mean, my gaming tag, Whiskey11, comes from way back, Combat Flight Simulator 2. I played that on multiplayer, so yeah. So, I'm a big combat flight simulator fan. I like the slower pace. Shell. So what radio channel is Shell? Shell is 7X-ray AA. Okay, so we can set our TAC in. 7 AA on. 40 nautical miles away. He is 267. I do not remember what the... Oh, it does give me a range, a bearing. Well, that's cool. The Spartan Wolf, yes, we do play War Thunder Ground Forces. We do play some War Thunder Air stuff as well. The last live stream that we played War Thunder, we actually played the PT boats there at the end just for the S&Gs of it. Anyway, I do enjoy War Thunder as well. MiG-21s. Ugh. $159s. All right, let's radio the tanker. It is Shell, so we will do that.
Be back in a minute while I'm rearming.
Oh, sure. What'd you do, crash on landing?
No, I saw how busy the runway was and I said I'll pass. As in it would take forever.
Well, you know.
It would seem that there are explosions in the airfield. Not sure why. I'll probably be dead by the time I get back. Yeah.
Probably. I love how our... I love how it's just casually flying. This KC-135 is just casually flying over SAM territory. It's awesome. Spot on, yes. This game is also PvP. This particular map and scenario and server that I play on is PvE only. There are servers that do PvP stuff. I'm really not good enough at this game to feel comfortable doing a PvP server yet. There's just a lot of really good pilots out there that would make it exceptionally difficult for somebody with my lack of skill, or relative lack of skill, to play this game. So I'm doing a foo-foo, and I'm locking this guy up. I want to know where he's at. And he won't be at 21,000 feet in spite of what he said. It's rude of him. Let's go master arms safe so I don't accidentally try and shoot down our or freaking KC-135. That would be terrible.
I'm back, and I believe that I saw an F-15 and an F-18 land on the same runway on opposite sides.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's typical. The only thing I don't like about not having the air-to-air mode on is that I can't tell what his direction is. I guess I could check the SA page out and see if it's working. No! Awesome. Jeez. Alright, so there he is. Extend our refueling probe. TK pressure low. What does that mean?
TK is in team kill?
No.
Funny
Spike, Hornet, Eagles.
This is Knight signing the frequency 254, how copy?
5 by 5. Alright. Now that we're lined up on the back end of this KC-135, we got to approach. And with that means we've got to line ourselves up with the left side of the KC-135 because that's where the drogue is at. Got to get closer for him to actually radio him for pre-contact here. Then begins a throttle jockeying game that's going to be rough. This is probably about the most abuse this this joystick will get.
So the issue I have with the Warthog is I'm not used to handling it, so precision is a little hard.
Right. Oh, for Pete's sakes! I'm gonna send this guy to the gulag.
No, you go to Gulag.
There we go. Now we're cleared contact. Oh, he's getting away! So we got a little bit of an asymmetry here with our 120, the 120 that we launched at Wyatt. That didn't help any. That's certainly not helping any. Also, never done refueling on the KC-135 before because they just added the version that has these drogues on it. It's legitimately sketchy. Unknown territories.
All you gotta do is perform an in-flight mating ritual.
Pretty much. And we're there.
Don't worry, if you mess it up, just remember I've hit myself with my own bombs.
Oh, Whiskey's done that.
I think that's what he was referring to.
No, I have.
Oh, I have two. It's
Yeah,
surprisingly easy.
Whiskey likes to.
In a flanker it is. I don't know how to do it, and I've never really tried in a Hornet.
It's very easy. Nope, we're gonna disconnect. Nope, we caught it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we're doing it. Just don't break the freaking throttle.
Steady.
Stay on target. Stay on target. I cheat and I use autopilot for a lot of this. The autopilot on the Hornet actually does a really, really good job of minimizing the joystick inputs, as well as so that helps dampen some of the pilot oscillations. Oh my goodness. Stay with it. And I'm constantly moving that throttle back and forth. Need to back off. Off a little bit. No, not drop out of the sky. Back off. Okay. Checking back. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. We just did a complete in-flight refueling in one go. What? 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 Drop a flare for our thanks. Off we go. That was awesome. I don't know about skilled, but we certainly made it work. That is like one of the more hair-raising things to do in this game because you're flying so close to other aircraft. Okay, let's 0144. We had contacts 60 nautical miles. Let's get some altitude. Also, like I said, the autopilot trick is really, really handy for people who, if you've never done the air-to-air refueling, it dampens a lot of the pilot-induced oscillations that I was getting. And that really is a huge asset for people trying to learn how to do it.
Snipe, flight 1F-18, begin the cap.
Really? Aircraft? But just climb.
There's actually 2-4 on 254. I'm up north near Novo. I've got a couple of MiG-23s on me, and I'm in a poor little A-10. Any cap in the area?
A-firm, I'll head over there to you right now.
I'm southeast, dude. I'm 20 miles out. Copy that.
A-firm, I'm 34.
Alright, well...
144.
I'm just gonna keep dodging and weaving. I got about 3 of them on me, it looks like.
Yeah, for I got enough fuel, I just took off, so I'm gonna burn her and try to get there.
So where are you now?
I am up by Shell.
Locked at 1 at 11,000.
Hey, firm, it is MiG-21s, correct?
23s.
Hey, firm.
Fox 3 high, man.
He was there a minute ago, radar. Find him. Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Are you sure about that?
I guess not.
Still MiG-23.
He must be just perfectly notching. Oh, we're in burner.
I'm taking off now.
Roger.
Lots of flares, dude. I can't find you. Copy that. Popping flares. MiG-23 is also popping flares. Roger, where are you in relation to the coast? About 3 miles inland on the deck. Roger, looking. Copy, I'm flaring. Oxford. Copy that.
I was taking off.
What happened? Oh, well, that was nice.
Last one. Copy. It looks like an F5 came in and wanted to play too.
It would appear that someone me to death.
Yeah, you got it. You got a AA11. You got basically R73. That's their version of the. That's the Russian version of the Sidewinder, isn't it? Really? Really? He's right there on the radar. There. Jeez.
Last F5.
I'm just checking out my aircraft. Holy shit. So now I know the answer to my question. Can I be shot down on the ground with a heat seeker? Yes.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Now, he wasn't going too fast for a landing, so I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh shit. Night
I
talk.
mean, I've made friendly fire kills too before being a dumbass,
Actually,
but
2-4
yeah.
hit. Still flying.
Right. We got friendlies over there, so
I'm turning back into him.
we're gonna hold off on that. God, are you on 254 listening to those guys? They are having a rough day right now.
What did I miss? It would appear when I disconnected, I had to reset that up.
Oh, they are definitely having a rough go of it right now.
Slash 1 MiG-20.
On what?
They're dealing with a set of MiG-23s that were chasing after some after a A-10. Oh, they're all dead. Everything is so far away. Yeah, everything's dead. What I should do is go throw it into Afterburner and then go land on it. There's 3 F-18s up there defending 2 A-10s.
My scope is clear. I'm ducking and running up north. Thanks for the help, gentlemen.
Also known as doing their job.
Say what?
Also known as doing
Roger
their
that. Keeping
job.
low, keeping slow.
Yeah. We got a little bit to go on this live stream, so we're gonna keep going with what we got. But man, I'm telling you, this game can get pretty hectic when you're not paying attention. Those guys were having a friggin' heck of a time, and that Sco always asks me why I carry why I tried to carry AIM-7s on board. I know, right? Anyway, he always asks me why I carry AIM-7s on board. You know, the AIM-7 is semi-active. It has to. You basically have to keep a radar lock on whatever it is that you're shooting at.
Alright, we're 1 defensive on the deck.
And it's really useful for those engagements because you can lock up an enemy target, launch a radar-guided missile, and maintain that radar lock on him so that when you launch an AIM-120, when it goes active, it will lock onto the first thing that the radar gets a return on. So if that's your friend is hosed. If that's the enemy, your enemy is hosed. That's the nice part about it. When you're launching into packs of like empty groups of enemy aircraft with no friendlies around, you can do that and get away with it. It's a problem when you have friendlies around, as has happened twice now in this live stream. I've nearly team killed somebody as a result of once anyway, as a result of something similar to that.
I was sort of concerned about team killing you today because you were right next to another radar contact, even though there was a huge difference in height. They showed up on my radar, and I'm like, okay, lock up. I think I got the right one. Fire.
Right. And you did, which was nice. Still doesn't make it any less hairy. So we did our air-to-air refueling. That we've already burned through 1,500 pounds of fuel because I was an afterburner, didn't realize it. Hashtag whiskey problems. But we'll have a carrier landing here soon enough.
Oh, you actually gonna land on the carrier this time?
We're gonna try, and I can actually do it on the Hornet. The Hornet's actually pretty easy. Also, the Hornet can super cruise. Did you know? Well, I mean, super cruise with regards to...
Empty. It can do it empty.
Yeah, completely clean. No payload. No
Half
payload
fuel.
stations.
It's still calling one nearing at about 18,000, but he's going slow and tracking it.
I'm gonna change this channel to something else so that channel. That probably is. That way I know that they're talking on the air-to-air channel. We don't have any enemy targets, so no reason to lock up the two contacts that we've got on our radar screen on the right DDI there. Spot on, are you on my Discord? See if we... But the reason why I ask is because I'm 99.9% sure that Micro Krieger would like to chat with you, since he was I think he said he was a quartermaster, I think was his official role on board the Ohio. Oh. Where's that mess at?
Are you hunting aircraft now?
I was. I was headed up north, since it's where all the aircraft apparently are. But I have a feeling I'm gonna end up turning back around and dumping stuff into there. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, Spot On. Obviously, don't feel obligated to jump on. I was just curious because I could give you the TeamSpeak info there. Then you could jump on, and you and Micro Krieger can have reminiscing about the good old days of carrier, or not carrier, sub work. Oh, it sounds like you were in long before he was. Oh, you're in a Sioux? Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like half Russian, so why not?
Clean each other's poop deck. Oh my goodness. The Twitch chat is getting ridiculous. Jeez. At 20,000 feet, why am I not picking him up? Do your radar. Do radar-y things. It be your gerb. There he is. Goodness gracious, it's almost like an act of Congress just to get radar locks up. And to avoid issues with enemy aircraft, I will Fox 1 this dude. So that I don't have to worry about friendly fire. Oh, he's jamming. That's rude. I wish the radar jammer on this aircraft worked. Look, now he's back, so it's not like it helped him any. Ooh, that actually... Ray gun? I don't know that that's him. We're gonna break that. Whoa, no, that is definitely not him. That's a friendly. Why is it 20? Straight ahead of me at 30,000 feet. 60 nautical miles out. Radar is completely AWOL right now. Ah! That could be him. Again, radar jam, so won't know until we get closer. 10,000 feet. I'm guessing he's on his way to the deck. Yeah, there's a lot of people over here. Alright, let's go back to the carrier. Make sure nobody's... Surprise! I'm making a turn!
Only Sco was here.
Right? Well, that's kind of neat. They have all the approach patterns. Cool. They have the case 1 recovery pattern. Look. Wow. Pretty in depth. No carrier yet. Oh, nope.
This is night. Do we got anything up in the air? Anyone need any cap?
Got a bunch of F5s. Skin. $17Y. Okay. Set up our ICLS channel. Turn our master arm off. Actually, we'll leave it on because there could be enemy aircraft that spawn up. And our desired direction.
I'm pretty sure having master arm on while landing is a terrible idea.
It can be.
What could possibly go wrong?
Absolutely nothing. Oh wait, that far... Am I really that far south? Gee. Makes sense. I didn't think I was quite that far south, but apparently I am. Oof! Welcome back, aircraft. Jeez. We're gonna make my buddy who's an armaments guy on a carrier cringe. We just dumped all of our missiles and the rack, with the exception of the fuselage mounted ones. Ain't about that, yo. Let's see if let's get this guy nose down a little bit. Now, why did you see my message about the landing weights?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, for some odd reason I was thinking it was 35, but it's actually 34. So, not a huge difference. 1,000 pounds in this game isn't going to make any bit of a difference. But...
Now, how do you get to the weight check again? I forget which page it was.
It's the checklist page. So, menu, and then checklist. It's in the upper right-hand corner on the DDI. Well, we are super cruising right now. Mach 1.06. Nothing. Sound? Nothing. Sound? Nothing. Because we were going faster than the speed of sound, I was able to show that the volume changes rapidly. Alright, so we got to switch over to channel 6. 262 radio check. once again have nobody manning the Stennis's LSO platform. This gives me a sad. There's the Stennis right there. Direction is she going? Break left, come right. Ooh, there's actually a MiG 50 nautical miles away.
Right after you dumped all your armament.
Well, I've still got two AIM 7s and two 9Xs, but it's 50. There's actually a lot more than him. He and his F5 buddies are not terribly far behind. Oh, we are doing some really bad pattern work here. Let's fix this, shall we? Jeez. All right. There we go. So the Stennis deck is clear. A little high. Down a little bit. We'll break here shortly.
Try spinning. That's always a good trick.
You're funny. Go to Gulag. We are really high up. Come down in altitude while we also continue to trim for on-speed AOA. And we're on speed AOA. Now we're still a little high in the pattern here. Now we can level out a little bit. And start our turn in. Low. Bit. And we're landing a little heavy. And we're starting a little high. Hornet 1-1 ball, 6.8. Nope, we're gonna go ahead and just wave off because that's yep. So on that pass, we had a little bit of a float there, just a little too much speed. And we're gonna go around, try it again. This time we'll get it. We'll get it right this time. Like I said in the how-to video on the carrier pattern work stuff, that it requires a lot of practice, and if you don't practice it, it is a perishable skill. I'm not even going to bother to bring the flaps up or anything. We're just going to maintain on-speed angle of attack and get back into the pattern. We were pretty good there at the start of it. Just too much power coming down, and like I said, it's one of those games where you're trying to average out speeds as best you can, and It's just very easy to get a little too much power in. The throttles on this aircraft are really slow to respond. It's one of my least favorite aspects about the F-18C Hornet. There's just a little too much delay between the throttle up and when the engines finally respond. Now we're in the pattern. Alright, let's roll in. Need to come down in altitude. Less power. Need to add a little bit back in, though, so that we can arrest our descent a little bit. Come back.
Is that what you do as a cop? You arrest descent?
Yes!
You say go to
Always.
Gulag?
Always.
As he goes to the nearest Dunkin' Donuts.
We don't have Dunkin' Donuts. We had this conversation last night. I don't know where you people get this idea that I live in a town large enough to have either Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts. Literally all I have are gas station donuts. Not very many good options at that.
You poor
1-1
thing.
Hornet Ball,
To your,
6.3.
police union.
Yeah, because my police union is totally going to get involved in creating a freaking donut shop.
I'm surprised they haven't already.
Wah wah. Nope. Whoop! We caught the 4-wire. Well, better a 4 than a 1. So there was our carrier landing, as sketchy as it was. Hold up our wings and taxi nearest place to safely taxi to. While we shut this down. You can practice carrier landing somewhat on an airfield. The problem is there are no land-based airfields that have arrestor wires in them anywhere in the game, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know that if the Nevada test range has an airfield that has it, but for sure none in the Caucasus or the Persian Gulf maps have arrestor wires to do practices. So what you could do is you could do all the pattern work and do all of that, and then line up so that you're it's like, let me get this guy stopped. So what you could do, and we'll go to an airport over here, is you could take, like, I wouldn't use these stripes, but there's a set of landing stripes about here, 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 and here. You could use, like, the third set of those as your wire patch, if you will, to more accurately, you know, get yourself lined up. But do we have night ops in the game? Can you imagine landing at night? There's the, oh, wrong way. Got night vision, so yes. There are Case 3 operations. There is ICLS. I did not have the ILS channel set correctly down here, so we didn't get the ILS stuff. But there is Case 3 landings. There is Case 1 landings, which is what we just did. There is Case 2 even, with weather. It's just this map, for whatever reason, doesn't have dynamic weather enabled. And so you kind of get what you get. But we'll get this guy shut down here. Off. A little bit of a pain to get the Hornet shut down all the way, but once you get it shut down, it's pretty easy. And there we have it. The Hornet is shut down. The only other thing to really do is place the wheel chocks.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
I like parking here because on the carrier, this is one of the areas in which people don't spawn. So it's very easy to park here and not interfere with other aircraft. So, let's see. Let's kick this over to our stream schedule. So this is unfortunately going to be the conclusion of our live stream. Our next live stream will be the 12th of February, 2019, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is going to be for some World of Warships action. Next DCS World 1 isn't going to be until the 21st of February. We may actually flip the War Thunder Ground Forces one with the DCS World one. That way Sko can come, because I think Tuesdays are his days off usually. Anyway, if you haven't already joined the Discord server, it is free. There's a link to it in the description to this video. Highly recommend you check it out. Lots of great people there that are willing to help you out. And with that, I'm Whiskey11, signing off for the evening. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.